Hi, I'm Kat. Welcome back to my channel. So when I started this channel, I really wanted to do reaction content to Gorlworld, specifically Anne Boleyn Reid content. And I realized very quickly that I could not keep up with that because I'm really unwell. I'm a disabled person. I have a variety of different conditions that mean that I can't be consistent and I can't expend energy. And so I thought, well, actually, I want to get my views out. So this is just going to be a fairly low edited podcast style ramble about what's going on in Girl World right now. If you're interested, if I create even a community of two where we can chat about this stuff, that'd be great. I don't know. I feel like irritated about this. I feel enough so that I want to talk about this and get this out here. And so obviously I want to talk about Rachel. I mean, what a fucking idiot. If you don't know, Rachel reacts, I think she's been going for like 10 months and she does these great videos that like obviously very well scripted. Her background's all beautiful, the lighting's all great, her camera's really like high quality and nice, and her editing's really well done, and her research is really well done. And I really like her content. I like that she's a woman. It seems to be that men get a lot of views in Girl World, which I find really weird because the majority of the viewers are women. She seems to be one of us. She's a woman in her mid 30s to late 30s, and she is queer and she is fat. And I think that's the majority of the viewership. So I want to talk about what's been going on with her. Emily, aka Tommy, had an interview with Mr. Snowflake on his channel, like via text message, and he dropped those. And then Anne Boleyn crashed out, did loads of crash outs, blah, blah, blah. And then became more and more clear to us as an audience that they have this real on again, off again, and there is no boundaries there whatsoever. Like there is no limit to what they will put up with from each other. And so they're obviously going back to each other, even after one of them goes to a reaction channel and speaks to them privately about her personal hygiene. And then the other one is like alluding to them like saying outright that they're an abuser and that they're in an abusive relationship. Just absolutely bizarre to me. They obviously made up, they're not together, as Anne Boleyn like proudly says they're not together, which, I mean, but they're still friends? Okay, why would you be talking to this person? It's just, and then she'll always say, oh, that's just the kind of person I am. No, that doesn't make you sound like a good person. It makes you sound like you have no boundaries, you have no self-esteem, you have some kind of martyr complex. But the way in which you're performing martyrdom is in this manipulative way that's supposed to somehow, like, it seems like you're seeking some kind of validation for your sense of self, and your like your character is somehow showing that you have some good character, even though no, that's not what it's showing. Anne Boleyn, the last thing that happened was she'd gone on hiatus for a month, and the week that she came back, she had been posting some shorts that people were laughing at because she was alluding that she had like a 9 to 5 or whatever, but it's clear that she didn't. And I think that was the troll. But it looks like she was working on something, whether that was a book or whether that was like a guided journal that she's spoken about before. She was doing something. I mean, I would love to have that much fucking time on my hands. Like, I'm at home all day, every day. Mr. Sophie's all about, oh, well, you're bedbound. Yeah, but I'm actually bedbound. I'm actually like 90% bedbound. I'm actually like, not, like maybe 85% housebound, and I certainly don't have enough energy to do the fucking stupid shit she does. But right, Rachel comes in, absolutely iconic. The whole sit on and spin Rachel, and then she kind of echoes it out and fades in with this spinning on her chair to say hi. Like, absolutely iconic. Dropped all these receipts. The way in which Rachel puts herself across is this like very detail-oriented person who's very calm, unbiased, and looking at the nuances and looking at like the linguistic details, like really not a hater, but like somebody that you could watch and get like an unbiased viewpoint from, and a lot of transparency. And I think that's very normal to believe that was happening from her. I'd put a comment on, I think, Mr. Snowflake's channel, and I got a response that really pissed me off, actually. What did I say? I said, mate, acting like, so Mr. Snowflake, obviously, he's acting like, one, he doesn't know, and two, that like, oh, people take Gorlworld so seriously. It's not serious, is it? Gorlworld's not serious. Okay, Gorlworld's not serious, but there are serious things in it. There's serious abuse issues, and there's other things that are serious. Like, I cannot take Gorlworld seriously. I'm obviously walking away and living, I'm not walking away, I'm in a wheelchair, but living my own life outside of Gorlworld. I'm not like, this is just something I'm watching. But when I've invested my time and energy in not just like following someone and looking at their content and supporting them through comments, but like trusting them and that their way of presenting themselves is true, then I am going to take it seriously, and I'm going to be offended when that person is exposed, like laughing at her audience. One of the things that she presents herself as is very sincere and able to take accountability, unlike her topic content. And something that she did was write this long community post about how when she dropped this initial video, there was stuff going on behind the scenes. One, that she had offered Emily. So I think a lot of people are getting confused here. So Rachel and Emily had conspired to make, well, you know, this tell-all with the 72 screenshots of text messages. That had already been something that they decided to do together without any talk about money. And then it sounds like Emily suggested to Rachel that she had like some receipts in terms of money that was owed by Anne Boleyn, or like money she'd spent on Anne Boleyn and it hadn't been reciprocated. And to garner those receipts and make sure that they would happen, she said, oh, we could split the AdSense on this. Now, there's a difference between offering somebody money for their input in something as a straight, like, I'll give you £200 if you can give me this information, than conspiring together to create a video and then split the AdSense on it. I think that's very different, first of all. And then it sounds like she was manipulated. Emily was like, well, it's basically the same as that you were going to give me money on this one, but could you just give me money on this one, when she hadn't secured the receipts that she wanted. That was really stupid. And I can see why she didn't pay Emily, because she'd already got that information for free. So why would she just give her money? It's all a bit weird. She sounds like she was manipulated by Emily. And then Rachel puts out this big long community post. One thing she says in the community post, she alludes to that her frustration and the reason that she fucked up so badly was that she wanted to have some kind of retribution for the past survivors of Anne Boleyn Reid, particularly Bet. I don't think that's really true, is it? I think you're playing on heartstrings. I think you, again, trying to show yourself as this kind of transparent, lovely person that only cares about retribution and justice that should be given to Anne Boleyn's victims. Fuck off, first of all, like, absolute. The other thing that really pisses me off about this post and the way she's talking in her most recent videos is this constant hyperbolic self-deprecation, and it's really, I think it's really manipulative. Yeah, you are a twat. What do you want me to say? Oh no, you're not a twat, you're just a girl with a philosophy degree, you're just a girl. Yeah, she's only got a BSc. Shut up. Why are you even talking about your philosophy degree unless you've got more than a BSc or a BA? Like, the only reason I've got anthro in my username and that I even ever talk about anthropology is because I've got a BSc, 2 MAs, and I was doing my PhD for 3 years. Like, go fuck yourself, you stupid, pretentious bitch. Anyway, this person responded to my comment, said, mate, acting like anyone who's upset with Rachel's behaviour and taking Gorlworld too seriously is a shitty take. I really think that's a shitty take. Like, I can be offended by how Rachel has reacted and Rachel has presented herself and then acted behind the scenes. Like, I can be upset with that and also not take Gorlworld too seriously. Like, I don't act like I'm some hyperbolic, like, hysterical woman. Like, go fuck yourself. I said Rachel's dressed herself up as an ethical bedrock and was laughing at any audience members who didn't like what she had apparently sincerely apologized for. And then someone responded to me and said, if you for a moment thought she was ethical, maybe you are dumb. What? Why wouldn't I think somebody that is presenting themselves in a really certain way and has consistently presented themselves in that way, and historically when they made a mistake, why would I not believe that at face value? Why wouldn't I? And I like obviously thousands of people feel the same way because she's lost thousands of subscribers. So whatever. So she posted the glitter and lasers thing, and then she said in her most recent video exposing everything that she was, oh, sorry, that was already scheduled. It was already going to go up, and I know it looked like I was just ignoring it. Nah, I watched that glitter and lasers video thing, and she was really manic, really nervous. Manic's a bad word to use, so I don't mean that in a psychological sense, but she was very nervous, and it was kind of weird to watch. But like, stuff was going on already. People were already pissed off because she put this post up saying that she was going to pay Emily. Like, people were pissed off about that. I don't give a fuck, like, frankly, but I do think there's a big difference between paying somebody for their time and their information and sharing the AdSense on a video that you conspire to make together. I think they're two very different things. She's talking shit when she says, like, oh, I didn't mean for it. No, she posted that video testing the water, seeing, oh, people just gonna flood my comments, like, saying that they're pissed off with me still, and do I need to, like, make another video addressing stuff about myself. So she puts exposing everything. That was 21 hours ago now, with screenshots, and I couldn't get through all of it because I got to where she said, so there's screenshots about her on a Discord with a few people and a few other reactors and a few viewers, and she's so full of vitriol. She's so full of venom. She's so pissed off that these screenshots have come out, and she's so pissed off that someone, as she said, without a backbone, gave them to Charlie Gold. And she won't say Charlie Gold's name either because she knows that's going to get traffic to Charlie Gold's channel to talk about her. And then she strawmans the whole banknotes thing. So she'd said there was a conversation, it's obviously sarcastic. Jawbone, who's the reaction channel, said something along the lines of, like, don't worry too much, you're not getting hung, drawn and quartered, because Geordie suggested that it's not that big of a deal to, like, give somebody money. And she says something along the lines of, like, oh, thank goodness, that's good that Geordie said that. And then she said, I'll go and dry my tears with banknotes, right? All of the other stuff, honestly, I don't care. What she's doing there, though, is saying that she's suggesting that she's going to dry her tears with banknotes in mockery of the audience who are angry at her for the bad behavior that she's already apologized for, apparently sincerely, with all these words like, oh, I'm sorry for being such a twat. Shut up, Rachel. You're obviously not sorry. You're obviously laughing at us all behind the scenes, saying, oh, well, I don't give a fuck what you think anyway, because I've got £1,700. Okay. Was it worth it? Okay. So that really pisses me off. I mean, the thing she said about Beck not knowing whether to give Beck the money or not, I think that's more to do with potentially fucking up again somehow, because if she gives it to a registered charity with a registered charity number, there's no real issue there. If she gives it to Beck, who she doesn't know, and something's not quite right, or people find out that, I don't know, that Beck's faking all of this horrible stuff that's happening to them, then it's on her. And I think that it's something to do with that, honestly. It is absolutely relevant to give it to Beck. Firstly, she used Beck as her saving grace in her reasoning why she behaved this way in the first place. And secondly, Beck's stuff is out there to pay them. Like, their stuff is out there. They have, like, public posts saying, please help me, I need money, because of their health issues or ongoing health issues. And I can say, like, I'm grateful I'm in the UK and that I do get a disability benefit and I don't have to worry about stuff like that. They not only don't think, get the same kind of disability benefits, but they don't get free healthcare all the time, and they're going through awful things. But their Venmo and everything is public, and so Rachel doesn't need to reach out. It's not in bad taste to pay Beck. I think that's absolutely right. They should pay Beck. So these are my thoughts on it. I think Rachel's a complete prick. I think she's really arrogant, and I think she probably did do more than flirting. I think she probably did share a little bit too much with Emily, but it's obviously her ego that's got in the way rather than her intellect. And I think that's, yeah. Oh, even her talk says philosophy graduate talk shit. Sit down, Rachel. Honestly, you're an idiot. Tell me what you think. One person who might listen to this. Okay, bye.